Oh, I've left a drawing tools on for Aegon, haven't
all
I?
of our ping are very high.
Sorry, I'll erase it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll work it out. And actually, you're the one with a high ping on my end. But again, it should.
That makes sense because I'm in.
It shouldn't
the
matter,
US.
but we'll work it out as we go.
I'm just far from all of you, I think is why. I think it's actually just that is our ping.
Okay.
Oh, I just had a massive ping spike to Shadow, to be fair.
My internet is occasionally dodgy. Anyway, the game is mostly set up, but there are a few other things that we're going to have to resolve just for start of game stuff. So first off, all factions are in the game. So we are going to now find out who your traitors are. So the way this works is we each get 4 cards, which I'm going to deal out. We get to keep one of them, but the other 3 should be just put into the deals and bribes section for the moment.
Except for me, I get to keep all 4.
Yeah, he gets to keep all 4. These are important because if you're ever in a battle with the card you keep as a traitor, you can just play it and automatically win the battle. If there's a confusing state where both of you have the traitors of each other, basically everybody dies. But
Aha! I will betray you.
yeah, both of you have traitors for your factions against each
both
other.
of you
And
then
both of them
basically lead each other's armies
into an ambush.
At the same time.
At the same time, this is true. The remaining 6 traitor cards are just deleted. And we get to pick one of these. The important thing to note, of course, from this is that if you've got any of your own faction as a traitor, you know they are safe. Nobody else can call traitor with those.
What are the numbers?
Just write that down and don't pick them.
Also, I have just noticed a thing. Sorry. I'm gonna have to grab this back because for whatever reason, all the cards are face up.
Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't notice.
I think that may have only been for some people, but yes.
Right. Let me just... Alright, I think I'll just draw them into hidden area and we'll solve it out from there, I think. It's probably going to be quicker.
Oh, are they still face up? I don't see... All the cards are fine for me.
They're fine there, but I move this one into my hand, for example.
I can't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Can you see it now?
No, I see.
Oh, I can now, yeah.
Alright. I saw them all for whatever reason, so...
So, wait, we can see it when you flip it, but not when it's face down in your hand. But it should be... Are the hands just not hidden areas, I guess?
Hold on.
They should be. It's part of the
They absolutely
options.
should be. Let me just make sure there's not anything weird on the hand things.
It might just be that someone...
Hiding
Yeah,
hiding hand is default, in all honesty, so...
Okay. Here, does mine work? No, because this isn't a hand. This is just the table.
Your hand's over there.
There we go. Now is...
No, I can see that when you flip it.
When you flip it.
Yeah, so there's something wrong.
Alright.
I made a hidden area, so...
Yeah, yours will be fine. We might just have to do that in the back.
But the problem is, right, you want to be able to see how many cards are in people's hands, or does that not matter?
It is strictly speaking known information. Let me just see if I can change something for this.
Because you're limited on how many cards you can have.
Objects are not hidden in hands. Disabled. That should be fine. Reset. Okay. So try that again.
How important is it to familiarize myself with all the other special powers people have?
I will go over that as we go through the game and where the
Somewhat
exceptions
important,
are.
but you'll learn them as we play. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Aiden, can you just you've hidden your hidden area. Can you just draw that into your hand and see what happens? I know it's a bit silly, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
gone.
all right. We're gonna have to make a hidden area for ourselves. Which means I've got to actually change my thing back. This is really weird because I've never...
That is curious, yeah.
Here, let me do a Google.
Because it is set up to default and enabled, so there's no reason why it should be. But if I just draw that, for example, you can see that, can't you?
I think the other day when I was playing Tabletop Simulator, I found that there's apparently a bug that is causing this sometimes to happen.
Well, if you can come up with a solution, that'd be awesome. If not, I will just go and reconfigure my interface here because I need to get my things back on. So normally I have tools and things turned off.
So you have hands set to be hidden from other players, right?
Hiding default, yeah. Only the hand owner can see what's in the hand.
Yep.
Actually.
Chip Caesar, really?
Alright, hold on. Let's go with this. I've just now reset. Yep. So hands are now in theory off, so we don't have hands right now. Although that, yep, that's working.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh,
That's right.
Someone
Now-
just deleted my handy instructions on where to put my payment.
I'm sure you
So-
can work it out without.
All right. So
Wow.
now
Hands are off now.
I've re-enabled the hands again.
Okay. There, and can you see this?
Yep, can.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Hidden areas
hidden
is
area
then.
it is. How do I make one? Zone, hidden.
Zone on the left, and then hidden area. Just cover up your name, and that should cover it. That should do it. And we'll just confirm that when we draw.
Oh.
Yeah, Holland, draw one for yourself.
Wait, what? I'm drawing what?
You need to
Hidden
draw
Hidden
yourself
zone.
hidden area.
Did that work?
I can't see
Oh,
your hand
no,
at all. So.
Everyone answered at the same. I need to
I
draw.
think I
so-
just deleted my hand. Hold on. Oh, hold
If
on.
I have too many, is it? Oh no. Okay, it'll
Okay.
switch. All right, perfect.
But yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
can
no, Holland, you gotta go to zone,
Right.
hidden area, and draw that over your name so we can hide our hands because it's bugging.
Okay.
Thank you.
So... Oh, so the little box that's orange is not really actually hidden.
I know,
is-
No,
that
it is
hidden,
it
but
is hidden, but you need
not-
a second one.
That's
because
not
your
your
the
hand.
right,
second one for
right,
your
right,
hand
right.
because it's not big enough to contain all of the card information for that.
Sorry, I was testing something and now
No,
I
it's-
have
it's
a lot
fine.
of cards in my hand.
Because the Harkonnen in particular will need a
whoopsie.
lot of cards in their hand. So it's-
Right.
Probably another good reason why I shouldn't indeed play the Harkonnens.
Did
Okay.
you deal the cards? Or...
I'm about to deal with cards, but we're just getting for the deck of 30 back, and then we'll go. Okay.
That's the other shenanigan about the Harkonnen is that when we buy a traded card, we get another one free or something.
You do. You start with 2 as well. So that's the additional information that people don't have. Okay, I am then going to deal to all players. Thankfully, they all seem to be hidden still, so that's all good. 2, 3, 4. The remaining 6 will be deleted.
And
And
what
for
is the
those of you who
number?
aren't Harkonnens, the number is how strong that leader is in battle, so how many troops they are worth.
And do the colors also mean anything?
Yep,
Or
that's
that-
which faction owns them. So
Ah,
obviously that'll be
right.
who you're going into battle with later. I'm just going to put mine. They're not. You can look at these at any time. You can even show them to other players if you want to for funds or other useful information. I'm just putting mine in the deals and bribes section for the moment.
So now I need to check out all the symbols real quick. So the
Yeah, blue is Bene Gesserit.
space witches are the Ben
Absolutely.
Gesserit. Emperor is the lion. Right.
We keep the. Who do we
The
keep?
sneaky buggers is
You get to
the
keep one in your
phoenix
hand
like
or in your hidden area.
There's
The-
a ram or an
the
ibex or
griffin like
something.
creature. I am the 3 circles that are attached to each other. Right, interesting symbol.
Yeah.
And these are the space gypsies are the crossed blades.
Okay.
Wait, which and the green guys? I have the falcon.
Here.
Right.
Where do I put these?
I just put them in a pile in your deals and bribes for the moment, just because there's still information you can give to other players. For example, I can tell you which of your leaders are safe. It's something you can
So
sell
I
information for
keep
later.
Wait,
one
but aren't we
and
supposed
ditch
to
the
only
rest?
keep one?
We do only keep one, but the remaining 3 are available for you to look at and show other people later, because those
Oh,
are
okay.
definitely
But they
safe
aren't
leaders.
actually traitors.
But they're not the traitor. So that's just to show if we always have 3 there, then we know that's fine.
Why does Shadow get a nuke?
I don't, but that's to represent the shield wall, which is there.
Oh,
Which of these should I use?
Right.
Who-
Meanwhile, I am making my
Who's
prediction.
played this game before?
I have.
And Mara has, right?
No, but
Oh.
I actually watched the videos.
I've watched you. Wait, as villain?
I read the rule book though.
Oh, okay, so no one has but Shadow. All right.
Yep.
I am only 50 minutes into the gameplay video.
It's fine. We're a little bit into that. So I've just gone ahead of time and I've made my prediction for the end game.
I hope it says I'm gonna win.
Well, that depends how
Well,
much
actually,
you put trust in my predictions.
So do I throw away 3 traitor cards?
Yeah,
now?
onto
no,
the
I just put
deals
them,
and
put them
bribes.
in a pile next to you somewhere convenient.
All right.
Face down.
Yeah, I faced down.
Because it's
yeah.
still information you can trade other players with later down the line.
I'll be right back 1 second.
Right. How do I turn cards? Face down.
F to flip.
All right.
Egan, what are you trying to open?
Something about mumbling. So he's searching Google for mumbling. Normally
Every
historic.
time you change that, it asks me, it gives me a prompt.
And
Yeah.
how do I stack cards, or should I just do it one at
You
a
can just do
time?
a stack at a time, one at a time, or you can press G to group, but it's probably easy to just stack one at a time.
He's trying to put his own YouTube channel on. That's what he's doing.
Sorry.
I will delete this. This is a player aid pad for player aids. It was not to advertise your channel. Okay. So,
Are you streaming this, Shadow?
I am actually, depressingly,
On the YouTubes or the Twitches?
on the YouTubes. I should probably keep my information face down then, just based on that. Alright,
No, I just want to pull up the chat in case people say things.
nobody has yet, so it's all good.
Well, yeah, but we haven't really started yet.
No, we haven't. Alright, spice. Everybody should have the requisite amount of spice that they're supposed to begin the game with. This is noted in the sort of notepad section. So the Emperor should start with 10, Bene Gesserit with 5, Atreides with 10, Fremen with 3, Space and Guild should have 5, and the Harkonnen should have 10 spice.
Right, there we go.
One,
I have
two,
popped
three,
out the chat
four.
window and made that full screen, so I can't actually see your video, Shadow.
Yeah, that should be 10. I know math.
Yep. As long as you know maths, it should be fine, but that's just to confirm it. So spice is done. Forces are placed on the board. I've already pre-placed every bit of the starting force information, with the exception of Dylan. So, Dylan,
Yes.
you are allowed to place your 10 forces, or any 10 of your forces as you wish, because 3 of them are elite troops, between 3 territories. Siege Tabor,
Yeah.
False Wall South, and False Wall West.
Oh, okay.
In any combination that you like. Just be sure to separate any of the Fadakeen that you're going to use.
Yeah.
They are worth an additional. You can dial an extra number in combat for each Fadakeen he has in battle.
Just gonna do.
The Emperor
this.
also has 5 elite troops known as the Sardaukar. They are worth 2 as well, but not against the Fremen.
So the Fadakeen, what are they like? They're
basically worth 2 troops. They're Paul Muad'Dib's elite soldiers and his personal guard.
Ah,
The Sardaukar are basically the survivors of the Emperor's prison planet turned into elite soldiers.
they are elite space gypsies.
Fugitives.
Somewhat. Okay, that's fine. And you don't want to deploy any at False Wall West then.
I can even deploy 10 total, right?
10 total, but obviously that's between those.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanna stick to where I am then. Actually, no, I'll put one dude in here just in case the spice comes up.
Yep, that's fair. Okay, so...
Oh,
forces-
how do we assign which leader is in charge of what?
Doesn't-
I'll go through battle in a couple of moments, because there's one other thing that the Bene
Yeah, just
Gesserit
hit
can
them
do
per
here.
vessel.
The Bene Gesserit are allowed to put an advisor in against anywhere on the board I want. The Bene Gesserit are weird. I can either have these as advisors, in which case they don't actually count as being in that area. Most cities can only have 2 forces in them. Once there are 2 forces in a city, nobody else can beam in. But I can also have them as just a soldier as well, if I want to. I'm going to, however, have an advisor, and I'm going to advise the Harkonnens with my additional bit of deployment. Right. With that done, can somebody shuffle the treachery deck?
Where is the treachery?
It's in front of the Atreides, because they are the one who will be doing most of that.
Hello, I am here. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
You've got the whole shenanigan of the Atreides have limited prescience, so they can look at...
They can look at the
Top
top card of
cards,
these 2 decks once the game
and-
begins.
Is it them that knows the spice blow?
Yep.
Yep.
They can look
Yeah.
at the top card of this deck and this deck after the game begins. So basically, everybody is dealt 1 card. The Harkonnen player may pick up an additional card,
Yay.
because he excels at treachery and has therefore more options. The deck basically consists of the entire deck as I've seen there. Poison weapons, poison defenses, projectile weapons, projectile defenses. In combat, you can throw 2 cards into a battle as well as your combat wheel. If you play a weapon that the opponent has not got the defense to, their leader dies before the combat is resolved, so their number doesn't matter. Equally, this is why you want to play a defense for your own leader to try and ensure they will survive. You can only play 1 attack, 1 defense. You can also decide to play a cheap hero, which counts as 0 strength leader in battle, or sacrificial pawn. There are 5 worthless cards. which I think include a donkey, a trip to another planet, a guitar, a bunch of other useless stuff.
They're not worthless to you, though.
They are
'cause you
not
can use them
worthless
as
to
miracle
me
cards.
because I can use them as a Karama Miracle card. The Karama Miracle cards, there are 2 of in the deck, and they either cancel a faction advantage, with the exception of a faction advantage of winning the game because of a certain condition, or you can just take the treachery card that's up for bid for free, or you can ship at guild rates, so half price. Okay, so the only other thing left to do for the start of the game is who's got the other battle wheel?
So we're not playing with this optional rule that gives you a special power with a Karama card?
No, but only
Right,
because I think what it mostly does is cancel the abilities out anyway, but that's one we're not playing with. We're also not playing with the optional additional rule where you have to pay spice in combat.
Okay.
But there is a second battle wheel somewhere if somebody's stolen.
A second battle wheel?
In someone's
two.
hidden area.
Oh, oh.
Right. The 2 players are sitting either side of
Everyone
this.
got
that-
their own battle wheel.
No,
No.
but I could copy them, but no. Right, so the 2 players...
We
between-
share in this room.
We do share in this room. The 2 players between the starting storm area, so Harkonnen and the guild, can basically in your hidden zone with the battle wheel dial a random number.
So
Quote unquote random number.
Random number, but this is just to determine where the storm begins. So dial whatever random number you want. If you click the number at the top, it'll go up. If you right click, it'll go down.
How high does it go?
20.
So
Goes
they
to
dial a
20.
number and then do you add them up? Or...
Yep, total number will determine how many spaces the storm moves at the start of the game. It's 18.
And then
It's 18 around, and it will also determine who the starting player is. The important reason on this is there's a priority order going on with this. The first player wins all ties in combat, and also any other ties that come up, they get the advantage for. And obviously this is sequential as it goes down. So with the Storm Warriors at the moment, Marigin wins all ties. The Emperor wins all ties except to Marigin. I win all ties except to the Emperor and Marigin, etc. So where the storm is at any given time is important. So if you've both dialed the number, reveal.
You could say it's where the wind
21.
is blowing.
Yes, it is. So the ball is 18 rounds, so that's 21. So 18, 19. There we are. So the storm begins there.
Does that
Luckily,
mean
Dylan's is not in the desert.
No, and he would be fine anyway, because he starts in the rocky areas. The rocky areas are completely safe from storm damage. However, you cannot move into or out of an area which is covered in storm. So those 5 troops are stuck there at the starting turn of the game. So, Dylan, if you would shuffle the storm deck, because the game is now beginning.
Okay.
Right.
Storm deck is
Storm deck is in front of you. Right, you may look at the top card of a storm deck at any time. That is how far the storm will move in future turns. That is the
Which
Fremen
is information
which
you
is
could
information
trade.
he could use if it's important. Okay. Next up, if the Atreides player would reveal the top 2 cards of a spice deck. This is where the initial spice of the game is going to begin.
So right now, would the Emperor
no.
be first or Harkonnen be first?
So the Emperor is the first player.
Okay.
So there is 6 spice at...
Wind Pass North and Sihaya Ridge.
Okay, so I'm just going to put some of that there. And there as well.
And then these go where? Discard pile?
Those are in a discard pile. It's important to keep a discard pile for these, just because that does have relevance for where the sandworms turn up.
Yeah.
Right, now you may look at the top card of a spice deck at any time, and sell that information if you choose.
And then we'll do this.
The Atreides player may, anyway.
Yes. How do I look at the top
So
card?
I would
Check-
just draw the top card into
Drag
your
it.
hidden area, and then
Okay, and then put it back.
put it back once you're aware of it.
It's
So
not textured properly.
you don't get to look at both. You only get to look at the top 1, but obviously we'll get 2 each turn.
Right, but I get to look at both the top of the spice and the top of the treachery.
You do.
Okay.
Right. We now go into Chome Charity phase. So, at this point, if you declare bankruptcy, i.e. you have no spice or 1 spice, the Chome will, in a charitable mood, give you 2 spice. The Bene Gesserit, as their advantage, always get Chome Charity.
Yep.
Because we have advised them that we want money.
I knew some faction did.
So I get 2 spice at this phase all the time.
which is your only main income.
Which is my only definite income, and it's not a great income. We then
I
get
seem to have named the wrong faction, gypsies.
We then go into the bidding phase. So, the top card of a treachery deck is now up for bid. The Atreides player probably wants to have a look at it before this actually continues.
I already looked at it.
Okay, so the way bidding works, each player who can receive cards is determines the number of cards we bid for. This is the start of a game. None of us are at the hand limit, which is 4 treachery cards. 8 in Marriage's case, because he's a treacherous bastard.
Does that include the card of the traitor that we drew
No,
at the start?
traitor's a separate thing. This is just hand of treachery cards. And the first bidder is Aegon. So, Aegon, how much spice do you want to bid for the first treachery card?
1.
Bid is 1.
The real question is, how much money do you want to pay me to know what the first treachery card is?
Well, look, I am your advisor. I'm advising the Harkonnens here. It's in your best interest to let me know whether it's good or not. But I'll bid 2.
I will bid. Wait, how's the bidding? Is it if you pass, you can't come back in?
You can come back
You
in.
can.
You can come back in if you pass. Once everybody passes, though, the card is bought by whoever wins.
Okay, I'll pass.
Okay.
Passing.
I'll pass as well.
What's the bid at 2?
Bid's only at 2.
Set.
I will bid the 3.
I will pass.
Will you sell me the information for 1? No, I pass.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
You said too long on it. I pass. I'm not that invested in it.
I'll pass.
Yeah. So everyone's passed apart from Mara.
Holland's just a pass, and if he does, then Mara gets it.
Mara gets it.
All right, so Mara gets
Yay.
the top card, the treachery card.
This one, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, top card, and he also can draw an additional one, which you don't get to look at before he takes.
Okay.
Indeed.
And the free money goes to Aegon.
It does.
All right, and once you've drawn your second card, the House of Atreides can look at the next one. So it now goes sequentially. I am now the first bidder for the next card.
Is there another card bid? It's 2. Or you
I'm a starting player, so we haven't bid on this new card yet.
Right. So we do 2 though. We do 2 cards.
No, we do 6 cards because all 6 of us are available for bidding.
Oh.
It's the number.
Okay.
It's the number of players who can bid. Is the number of cards we will bid for.
I see.
So
Okay.
this is the second card of the 6 that we are going to effectively bid for.
Right here.
All right, that's fine. All right, I'm going to start and bid at 2.
All right. I'll bid 3.
Okay, it's a good card then.
I'm passing.
I'll passing.
I'll pass for now.
I'll bid 4.
Bear in mind, Aegon, I don't know if anyone actually explained.
If
On
Aegon-
this,
Oh.
Aegon gets the money unless he's buying it, in which case it goes to the bank.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Aegon will get all money from all bids. Well, from the winning bids. But treachery cards are important because you need to be able to protect your leaders in combat and potentially kill other leaders. And then
Yeah,
there are some
I'm just-
really good cards in there.
Just pointing it out as in that Aegon is going to be an incredibly rich bastard, and this is one of the way to get money out of his hand.
No, I mean just keep bidding.
What'd you bid, Aegon?
Aegon's current bid is at 4.
Okay.
Does House Atreides think this is worth 5? And if it is worth 5, it's probably worth 7.
Are you bidding, Shadow?
Oh no, I passed.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I have to read the reference to understand what all these cards do.
It's fine. I mean, it's a little awkward, but if you do have any questions, I will happily answer things.
Yeah,
but
no problem.
obviously, that reveals what the card is, so...
It's okay. Aegon can have it. I'll pass.
Well, do
yeah.
you have a free player's pass? If they do, then Aegon gets it. Dylan?
Yeah, I'm passing.
Yeah, you actually don't have that much money to do it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw him in a cash
Alan?
for at the beginning, but, they'll work it out.
I'll pass.
Alan
Okay,
passes.
I pass. I pass as well.
Okay.
Aegon gets his card.
Aegon gets the card for 4. There you go, sir.
You're welcome, Aegon.
All right, card 3 up for bid. House Atreides begin bidding.
Hold on.
Do I want this?
Can he afford it?
Oh, he can almost certainly afford it.
Oh, he starts with a lot of money, I guess?
He starts with 10. He
start with
starts with
10.
the same as the Harkonnens and the Emperor.
Right.
Yeah, various factions have different levels of income here. So, what's the starting bid for Atreides?
2.
2.
I'll bid 3.
I will pass.
Hmm.
And when can we use these cards?
Depending on what the cards are, you can use them when they say so. I mean, things like Truth Trance can be used at any time for a yes/no question.
Right, I'm going to have to change, but I'll bid the 4.
Yeah, that's fine. You can change it anytime. You've got the bank next to you anyways. So, and you're 1.
Hmm?
You put a
Oh yeah, the one goes to my hand. Yeah. But-
Conan's bid 4.
Pass.
Can I pay you 1 to see what it is?
Sure.
Okay. Pass.
Did you pay me 1? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it is.
Money secret.
Yeah,
Got it.
you're unless you're revealing for Shame Charity, your money is secret.
Okay.
Yeah, if you call Shame Charity, you must have either none or 1. So.
Okay.
Or be the Bene Gesserit.
I'll pass.
Also, the Atreides probably want to be keeping notes about who's got what, where possible.
I have them.
Officially,
In
they're
fact,
the only
my
race
card
allowed
says-
to. But
yeah,
I wouldn't.
I'm the only one allowed to.
You're the only one allowed to, but I wouldn't prevent anybody from doing that with known information. But okay. So, any more bits?
So that whole charity stuff, does Aegon get anything for giving some money to people?
Well, he can pay. You can give money to any player for any reason. I just gave the House of Atreides player 1 to work out what that card is before I decided whether I wanted to bid on it.
And the mechanic where, like, if you're bankrupt, you always get some cash, and the rest will just have to.
You will get a little bit of cash during the charity phase before
Yeah,
bidding.
it's not from the Emperor. It's just from.
It's
from-
from the mercantile guilds
Right.
because they don't want to see the great houses crumble when they are basically paying them all their money.
Fair enough. All right. Good to know.
So,
But yeah, basically the bank bails you out.
are there any advance on 4?
Yeah. Anything, Dylan?
Dylan can't, but it's Holland. You might
Okay.
be able to.
Holland?
Pass.
All right, Mara gets another one.
2.
Thank you for your generous donation.
No, it was. Oh, it was Merit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
It's
he
then
gets
you
another one.
I get another one.
He gets another one from the top of the treachery deck. His limit
Yeah,
is
there's
8.
a hand size though, right?
Yep, his hand size is 8. Ours is 4.
Okay. Okay.
So he's nowhere near hitting that yet. But
4, not including the traitor, right? It's just 4.
the treachery is not. Yeah, it's hand of treachery cards. But it
Are you
doesn't-
sure you shuffled that deck?
No idea. We did see him shooting shuffle quite a few
Yeah,
times.
we shuffled it.
All right. So next
All right,
up,
let me
it's
take a
the
look.
Fremen start.
Okay. One.
Bids 3
Bid 3.
or what? It says 3 when I point at it.
Yeah,
Did
there
you
are
put
3
the
there.
stack?
Yep, bid of 3.
Dang, with no information, just going for it.
No, absolutely. I mean, you do need some of these. They
Might
will
as
get
well.
they will get cheaper
Solid.
once the game goes on. So
Yeah.
Because people either don't want to bid or can't bid or whatever.
Spacing Guild?
do you wish to put
What
4
are they-
in?
And what are we doing now?
We're
So
still
you're
bidding
bidding on the
we're
card.
still bidding on
Holland.
cards.
Bidding on this card. And I can bid 4?
You can if you want to.
Have 4.
Sure, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
This could
So where
easily
do I
be
put
this
it?
could be 4 this could be 4 spice for a donkey. No, keep that in front of you.
All right.
Could be 4 spice for a donkey.
Did you drop something? Because I don't. Oh, there it is.
Mara?
I'm good.
Aegon, you got money. You can take this.
I'd like to pay to see what it is.
You can pay me 2 to see what it is.
Oh, 2. Your rate's gone up.
Well, you're
Yes,
richer. You're
information is power. The
For
price goes
special-
up.
My special boy, the Emperor, of course the rate will go up.
Oh, I want a discount.
Well,
Why?
you're going to be the most cash-rich player, so no.
Okay, you can have your 2 mercenary.
All right,
Okay.
you get to have a look at what the card is.
Wait, where did you put my 2?
It's in front of you, yeah.
Ah, okay. Very good.
And now, do you want to bid on it?
Nah, I'll pass.
Yep. Pass.
I'll bid 5.
Oh, maybe it's not terrible then. All right. Bid is with Atreides at 5. Dylan doesn't have enough money.
I cannot top 5 either.
Yep. So, Mara?
Nope.
Aegon, do you want a top 5?
I'll pass for now.
Do I want a top 5?
I mean, do you? Do you?
Well, this is what I'm not sure anymore, because you passed on it, but apparently House Atreides think it's okay.
Yeah, but I already have 2 cards. So.
Well, if you got the right 2 cards. No, you can have it.
Okay.
So 5
Here
to
you go.
5 to
Hey,
Dylan.
good.
Thank you.
See, it was a net loss of 3 for you, so don't worry.
Okay, next treachery card. Starting bidder is the guild. Once House Atreides has a look at it.
Net gain of 3.
I'll offer
Yeah,
1.
Sorry. Okay, next card. How many cards do we have left?
Just the guild and the Harkonnen card starting bid.
Okay.
Then we're out of this phase.
Cool. All right.
Bid is at 1.
Really wish I had seen the gameplay video now.
I'll bid 2.
Hold on, I'm exchanging.
Sorry, he's got so much money.
I'll do bid 3.
Special deal, one coin to anyone who wants to know what this card is. Including Aegon.
I pass. Both on the deal and also on bidding.
Okay, I'll pass.
Bid is at 3. Dylan can't exceed that, unfortunately. He will be able to eventually.
The mute button.
Well, he can play shenanigans with spice in certain places, like here and here, for example. It's very easy for him to get to.
True.
Yeah, so Holland, your bid.
Current bid is at 3 rather, so you need 4 to...
Sure.
Okay, bid is 4.
I'm out.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've got to be getting a bit low on money. So, Aegon, do you want to put 5 in? Or do you want to let the guild have this card, which the Atreides don't want?
I might not want it, but there may be people here who do want it.
That means it's a donkey and he's trying to hint to me. That's a 5 bid. I pass.
I pass.
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 Nope.
Aegon, you bought a donkey for 5. I don't know that it's a donkey. I'm just guessing every card is a donkey until further notice. Alright, final card. This is Marriage to start bidding.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then we've been around the reel and
Can
then...
we sell cards? Just
No, cards cannot be sold. You can sell
Okay,
what cards you have, if you want, for information. But
In fact, your cards are stuck in your hand until you discard them somehow.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't
Yeah.
get more.
The-
Basically, people are going to probably end up battling purely to get rid of crappy cards.
Yep. It's the only
Anyway,
way to get rid
I
of
bid
worthless
1.
cards.
Aegon?
2.
The special deal is still in place, for the record.
3.
I'll pay. Oh,
Okay.
it ran away.
Where did you throw that?
I don't know where he's put that and where it's landing.
It fell somewhere.
It went into something. I heard the sort of
Oh,
jingle.
I hear
it's
it's
there.
floating in
It's in
the
the
air.
sky.
Oh, okay, nice. Here, thank you. You can look. Aegon, I think we're going to be good friends during the treachery phase.
Well, you two have a lot of information about who's got what, so there is that.
It's going to be interesting when the alliance kicks in.
So bidding currently with the Atreides player.
I passed.
I passed. Dylan
Yeah,
can't beat
passed.
3 Holland.
This is the last traitor
This is the last card
right?
that's going to be up. The last treachery card that's going to be up for this round.
I'll bid 4.
Nope.
No, Aegon?
Aegon?
Nah.
Shut up.
Nah.
think I'm going to take it for 5.
I'll bid 6.
Oh, darn you.
I am out.
I am going to play a donkey, which, because I am the Bene Gesserit, is a Kurama card. I'm going to take that treachery card.
Okay.
Does the tracer have to pay 6?
It's taken for free.
With the current rules we're using, are you the only one that can use the Kurama cards?
No, if you
No,
have
anyone
a,
can use them.
if you have a Kurama card, it's fine. But the Bene Gesserit, any worthless card is a Kurama card for them. And I was dealt a donkey at the start of the game.
There
So
are
I'm
2 Kurama cards in the deck. Real Kurama cards in the deck.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so that is the end of bidding. We then move on to...
Where does it say that you can take any card?
It's
reference?
Kurama
And I
card. So I would have to
oh,
bring up the Kurama card for that, but obviously I can use the donkey as a Kurama.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at because in the player the player aid, it doesn't say you can take it for free unless I'm crazy. There. It enables the player to bid for and buy 1 treachery card without paying for it. I see.
Yeah,
My bad.
so that's basically what I've done in that instance.
Yep.
Okay, so we now move on to Revival. There are no dead troops, but this is where we would get our Revival numbers back from the Talexu tanks. We then go into Shipment and Movement. Now, movement is done in turn order, so the Emperor has the first opportunity to move. The exception of this, there is an exception to all rules, is that Guild can go whenever they want to. So they can either wait for everybody else to make their moves, or they can go in advance of another player if they want.
What I read was that generally it's good for the guild to go last.
Usually, because they like to know where people are going. They can also get spice from other people beginning down, so they don't need to necessarily go onto the surface spice. If you want to move troops onto the surface, it costs you 1 spice per troop to move into one of the 5 cities. You can move into any of the 5 cities if there aren't already 2 factions there, and you can then move 1 force of troops. The number of spaces you're allowed to move. So usually 1, but again, options. So Aegon is the first player.
So we can land into the cities, right?
You can land troops
As long as
into
there's
a
not
city
2
at a
players
rate
there.
of 1 for 1, provided they're not 2 factions already there. You can also move straight into the desert, but that costs you 2 spice for each troop you move out there. The one thing with the Emperor, and it's the one I'm going to advise you of because it's a beginner trap here, if you move out there, you have no way to get those troops back. They are stuck there until they die, or they can run off to somewhere more useful. So
do we have a is this our limit of troops?
Oh yeah, 20 troops. Everyone has 20 tokens.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
so if you dump 15 to win this area here, you've then got a long trip to get anywhere else that's useful. The guild have a slight advantage in that area because they do have the ability to move troops back off from the planet, but you don't.
Can we pay the guild to move troops?
Oh yeah, you pay the guild to move troops on.
Oh.
But they won't move them off. No.
Ah.
No. Once they're on there, they're stuck there.
Unless you ally with me, right? Then you can.
No, all that does is means they can use your half rate.
Ah, right.
And also
Half rate meaning 1 per troop rather than 2 per troop, or
half rate means that they pay half for the troops they would put on the board.
half the total. Yeah. Okay.
Which I think is rounded up, but again. So, Aegon, do you wish to put any troops on the board at this point? At this time? In truth, it's probably better for you to wait a little bit, at least to see where the factions are building up. You could go and take this if you wanted to with a small force, but
I'm thinking. I'll land 2 in there.
And you win by controlling 3 strongholds. Right?
you win
Is that right?
by
Yeah.
controlling 3 strongholds at the end of
Unless-
the turn.
Unless allied, and then in case you have to have 4.
Okay, so
Okay.
the Emperor has paid 2 spice to the guild to transport 2 troops down into Hibani's Siege.
Thank
Good.
you.
Aegon then has the ability to move 1 of his stack of troops, which currently is only this, but I don't think you want to move them.
Nah.
No, that's fine.
Why not?
Alright, I am going to send a spiritual advisor with you, because I can do that whenever anybody beams down. I can either send
It
a
doesn't
spiritual
count as a
advisor
troop,
with you.
right?
It is I can either choose at the start of movement whether these stay allied as an advisor or whether they become militaristic. I also have the option of moving an extra troop onto the Polar Sync if I want to instead of this. But I'm going to advise you, Sir Emperor. I, however, am going to pass my movement phase on to the Atreides.
Do you actually get to advise me, or do you just get to stand around saying you advise me?
That is exactly what an advisor does, sir, especially to the Emperor. I'm here to stand around and whisper things in your ear that you already want to know.
Your advisors
That's how
can't
Shadow
flip.
became Grand Vizier.
Exactly. And
Your
inevitably,
advisors can't flip if there are other forces in the territory.
No, the 2-faction limit is hard cast, so if somebody else goes there, I can't flip them at the start of the turn. But I have the option at the start of each movement phase and at the end of an alliance phase, which happens when a sandworm is revealed, to coexist in each of my areas.
Right, but it says advisors in this territory cannot flip to fighters during this turn unless no other forces exist in the territory.
Yeah, pretty much. So at this point, there are other forces in the territory, so they are advisors.
Right.
Just a question about the other cards. If it comes to combat, we get to choose when we deploy the traitor.
Basically, when you know what the enemy leader is, then you can choose to be a traitor or not.
Yeah, that's
but
like
we
an out
can-
of... It's
but-
after the secret stuff.
Yeah, but we can delay it. We don't have to.
No, you can choose to let them use their traitor and not reveal at that point if it's in your best interest. You're not an obligation. It's usually best to, but anyway, Atreides movement. So the Atreides control Arakeen, so their troops can move free if they want to.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, because you've got
You've got
Ornithopters.
Ornithopters, so your troops can move free territories. So you can go and pick up that spice if you really want to.
Oh, great.
The only risk that might be from that is that if the storm is coming, say, 5, your troops will be destroyed in the next storm phase.
Yeah.
Which
But I
is
only
why
need-
it's useful to
and
buy
you get-
that information from the Fremen.
You get how many troops per...
Because you control Arakeen, each of one of your troops gets 2 spice, free spice. Sorry. So you pick up all of this with 2 troops.
Dylan, I'll give you 1 gold if you tell me what the storm is, and don't spice, and don't tell anybody else.
That's exclusive information. I'd pay it. I think that's 2 spice.
I certainly wouldn't sell it for 1, especially not with the guarantee of exclusivity.
Yeah. Dylan, I'll give you 2 for the information.
Okay.
Okay. 10
you go.
spice over, and then just basically the way this works is you just allow him to look at the top card of the storm deck.
Yeah,
So I can just take it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then put it back. So we're about to find out.
So how does this work? It's the number. Oh, I see. It's just
The number stated is how
spaces.
many spaces the storm is going to move.
And it's just where it ends up that matters, right?
Nope.
And
Everything it passes is destroyed unless it's in rocks or a city.
And can I not pay him to tell me what he just saw?
You can actually.
Yes.
You can now pay the Atreides because they know that information.
Yeah, Aegon, we're
love
friends. Pay me 1. Pay me 1 and I'll give you that. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Anything that is known can be sold.
Yeah, Aegon, if you give me 1, you can look at it.
No, I've already given you too much.
Exactly. Okay, so anything the storm passes over is destroyed, right? Except for strongholds, obviously.
Except for strongholds and any troops
But-
that are in a rock formation.
But picking up spice happens before.
Yes. So even if they die, they would pick up spice and then gloriously sacrifice themselves to the storm.
And then when troops are revived, do they go to the sink or where do they go?
They go to your reserves.
Oh, they're revived to reserves and then you have to deploy them.
Yeah.
I
Then
see.
you have to
Yeah.
redeploy them.
I see.
So I assume you're moving a couple of troops into the ridge then.
I'm considering.
Okay. Well, you've got 1 beam down and 1 movement. So
And it costs 1 to deploy troops to the stronghold, right?
yeah, 1 per 1.
And I paid 2 spice for that information. So
It's 6 spices there. I mean,
and you can't take change, right? So if I move 1 guy there, do I get 3? Or
you would get 3. I'll just change those 2s for 1s.
Oh,
I just put
okay,
put
yeah,
that
I'll
for
move
that
1
convenience.
guy to there.
Okay, so that's your 1 movement. Are you going to do any beam
Yes.
down, or are you going to?
No.
Okay, no beam down. No, that's your 1 move. Okay, moves on to the Fremen turn. The Fremen
Alright.
can absolutely move all 10 of their troops onto the board if they want to do so at this point.
Yeah. So sorry, I sort of blanked on when you. How is the exchange rate for picking up spice for troops?
Right. So since you don't own any of the cities, you get 2 spice for each troop.
Okay.
So you'd need 3 troops to pick up all of that in that, and that's fine. So you've deployed a group of 3 there, which is fine. They've just appeared on the planet. You only get 1. Actually, no, you can do multiple deployments. Actually, you are
I
allowed
believe
to.
so. Yeah.
It's everybody else who's only allowed 1 actual beam down, but your troops are just coming in from the other side of the planet, which of course is uninhabitable.
Yeah. For now, I'm gonna leave it like that.
Okay. So
yeah,
this
I'm not
would
gonna do any
normally be the
movement
Spacing Guild's movement, but you can wait until Marishan's done if you want.
And I can only beam down once.
You can only beam down once, but you can also wait to see what Marishan does first.
Yeah,
And-
one beam down, one on planet move. So
And if I beam down on another player, it would
You'd
start
have
like
you'd have a
fight.
battle in the next phase. Yes.
Right. And I can only deploy in one spot.
Yeah. So you got one beam down, and then you can move on from that space if you want.
I see.
Yeah, you move one.
I guess I guess I'll wait then.
Yep. So Maris.
okay, let me think.
So Mara, interestingly, can move free and get to this territory as well.
Yes.
Because you go Imperial Base in.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Do that.
Be real and 1v1 me there then. If you're gonna move, let's do a 1v1.
There are no such rules with a Harkonnen.
No, I think not.
Nothing says I
You
have
might
to
also
play
want
by
to
the
know
book.
where the spice is going before that. And
Yeah, I mean you do whatever you want, but just know you'll probably lose those troops.
Well, I mean, you can confirm that.
You lose them anyway if you dial them on the thing. Even if you win, you lose the ones you dialed.
Yeah. I mean,
No, I'm saying
it'd
I'm
be a
not
waste
saying
of,
you'll lose them to me in the battle.
it'd be a waste of a truth trance, but he could make you tell him.
I could force you to give me one on the
If he has a
yeah.
truth trance, he can make you tell him. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Will my troops die if they go there? Yes.
You can do whatever he wants.
Or he can just hold off. He can reinforce. Yeah, there were no other beam now, so I've got no more advisors to play. I was checking that.
Yeah, you can't do it when I spawn in.
No.
Yeah.
My advisors have to come in from the off planet as well.
What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pay Holland 2, play silly buggers, and beam
2 troops in there.
in there.
I'm also
fight-
going to
fight
send a
against Hagen.
Harkonnen advisor as well.
Yes.
Hi, Egan.
Hello.
We get to fight next phase.
Okay,
That's
so
good. Then we can learn
the
what fighting
Spacing
is.
Guild now can make their move if they want to make one. They can always just wait until see what happens.
Right, and it costs me 1 to beam down on a desert.
Yep, because you want to beam down the desert, or you can beam 2 troops to beam down on a non-desert. Also note that if you're just going to move to a place that's adjacent, you might as well beam to the territory and then move off of it. The only thing you can't do that with now is obviously this, because there's 2 factions in it.
Right. So I could.
Wait! I was so dumb. I didn't realize there was 6 spice here. I thought.
Yeah,
there
I
was
was
4.
if you want to move another guy there, I think that'd be fine.
I would like to. Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought there was only 4 spice there.
I'm okay with people retconning
Yeah,
things at the minute because
honestly,
nobody's played.
this is a new game, and
I
I
didn't
thought
see that spice either.
Yeah, it's so hard. Well, because when you stack stuff, if you highlight over, it just tells you how many there are.
yeah,
but it was
which is not
so,
always clear. I'll try and
way
split
you're like-
that later, but
yeah, it's fine.
there should be 6 on the number at least. So
Right? Yeah, and see now I have 2 troops here, but it looks like I have 1 here. We should
Basic
try and
arithmetic,
spread pushes out.
gentlemen.
it's fine. We'll make it very clear how many troops there are on everywhere when we get around to that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think in the strongholds it's okay, but otherwise we should try and spread them out. I mean, you can highlight it. I was just dumb.
It's fine. Right.
Right.
So do the guild want to get
it's a
involved, or
tough
they want to
choice.
hold off for a bit? Because I mean, you could wait and let them spend their money. Wait till you got a handful of treachery cards, because you didn't get a lot in that phase, did you?
I guess that's public information, right?
How many
cards he
treachery
has.
cards? Not necessarily, actually. It's not express information that's hidden, but I know he didn't win any of the bids, so
Right.
he's only got the 1 he started with. It might be worth just holding off for a bit, Holland, and waiting till next turn.
I think I'll reinforce Twig.
Took siege.
I'll just we're calling
Duke's
it the
Siege. It's the
we're calling it VOC headquarters for now.
Yep, that's
It's
fine.
a lot easier to pronounce.
How many
there's,
treachery cards?
there's a special thing about this one is that you actually get money for it because it's the
Yeah,
black market.
you will get spice during the collection phase. You'll get 1.
It's something. So, but how much? So it costs me.
It costs
can
you
put
half spice to put a troop in. So basically, you can put 2 troops in there for 1.
Right. So
And I'm
'Cause you
assuming we
can't play
round
half.
up OAs for halves.
I would
Yeah,
assume rounding up.
it says
It-
round up.
If I remember rightly, it is round up. So if he only played 1, he'd still have to pay 1, which is nonsense. So you may as well just put 2 down.
And obviously, you pay the bank because you are the Spacing Guild.
so if I pay 2 spice, I can put 4
You can put 4
Yes.
troops down.
forces down. And it's like, is there a max to
No.
at least 5?
There is no maximum to the
forces
amount of
as-
troops that can be in a stronghold. Just the number of factions is limited.
Oh, so only the number of factions limit. So I cannot have 2
So
stacks
you
of
could,
5.
if you really wanted to, just put the entire block of 20 in there.
I see, and then someone else could still come and contest it.
Yep,
Yes.
and if they've got a lasgun, all your troops are dead.
Right.
Well, potentially all your troops are dead.
There's two instances. If they've got a lasgun, or if they have your general as a traitor and you play that general in the fight, they can just say, "Nope, all dead."
And when does the spice get collected?
After combat, which is about to happen.
Right, and
I mean, you might as well wait. Nobody's actually threatening that area yet, and if somebody tries to beam in there, you can actually go first ahead of them. So, well,
that is fair enough. So if someone declares the intention to beam in
no,
there,
actually, no,
like,
sorry, you
hold
can't,
up.
because you choose when you take your move, but obviously if you can't interrupt the middle of the movement, so no. But the good news is you'll be able to react immediately afterwards anyway.
Yeah, so
And-
essentially, you can just reinforce if somebody tries, as long as you haven't already played.
Yeah, it's dangerous to go into a battle against a guild because they've got a lot of money and it costs them a lot less to put troops on.
And any troops that I have put down, I can then, on my turn, when it's movement time again, I can just move them somewhere else on the planet.
You can use
Only one at a time,
instead of a beam down, you can actually use a teleport to move across planet. They're the only
And
faction
that's-
that has an ability to do that, but it's instead of a beam down.
Oh yeah, you may ship any number of forces from any one territory to any other territory on the board.
Yeah, but that's instead of your beam down, and it
Right,
still
right,
costs
right,
you
right,
one
right,
per troop for doing it. Well, half per troop.
Right. So
Um,
so I could beam down some people to collect the spice that's over here.
true.
Well, that would become a combat.
That would
because
become a
training-
combat, but you would also have to pay 1 per because of the rules for that. Because you're beaming to a non-city territory.
Right,
So
makes
it would cost
sense.
you 1 for 1. But if you wanted to fight, the Atreides for the spice, you could do that.
That seems like an interesting move. So I could pay 4 spice and beam down 4 soldiers there.
Yes.
All right. Well, where do I throw this spice? The bank?
You throw it into the bank. Yeah. So
So it's over here.
yeah, that's fine. Just dump it there. I'll get rid of that. All right. So you put a stack of 4 troops onto the board.
Yeah.
If you hold down, it should
I do-
pick up the whole stack.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Once it is stacked. There you go. Right, so we have a couple of combats going on then.
What? You're
Bonk.
fighting? Why are you doing this?
He wants the spice, apparently. He's not getting
Wow,
enough.
what the heck?
Nobody shipped down, apparently.
Damn, and
I
I guess he
shipped
didn't. He
down.
didn't get any storm information, did he?
Okay, so that
Nope.
is shipment and movement. We move on to battle. So first
Right,
player
so
is
would
still
be you.
is the order that works. So the first player is the Emperor. So the Emperor's battles go first.
oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
So the way this works is basically you can dial a number up to the maximum value of the troops you've got on there. So in both cases, this is a maximum of 2. Again, you'll want to hide this information because you can use this against people. You may then also play. You have to play 1 leader as well. So I will put a leader face down on the battle wheel and move that out. You can play also up to 2 cards. 1 attack maximum, 1 defense maximum. And then shenanigans happen.
Oh, you can actually flip the battle wheel, can you?
You can put the battle wheel face down, I suppose. I mean, that wasn't quite what I intended, but yeah, that,
Are
that
there
actually
anything?
works.
Is there anything else? So you can play your item cards,
You
and
can
then
play
you
any
pay
number of
with
cards.
Money? Can you use money for anything in this, or no?
No, because I'm not playing with the money.
Okay.
Otherwise, there is the advanced rule that you basically your troops count as half strength unless you pay spice
Right.
for each of them. But that's so Aegon's going to play 1 treachery card or not. You didn't have to reveal, but now Mara knows there is 1 treachery card being played.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
sorry.
true. Yeah, that's the point. I was thinking that actually you're giving information away.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
keep all that in there. You can change your
You
mind.
can change your mind.
And then
Neither of you have any prescience or voice or shenanigans that force half the equation. Note, if you lose the combat, you lose any cards you play in that combat.
Right, I think I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. So,
Hang on. Who's he played?
he has played
Captain Aramsham.
Captain Aramsham, and he's played as Balaset.
Yeah, unfortunately, traitor.
Okay. So, first off, your traitor is killed. You lose the combat. Martian does not.
I lose nothing.
Martian loses absolutely nothing. The Emperor's troops are removed from the board and go into the selection.
Does he lose that traitor card?
He does lose the worthless card. Actually, that's probably one thing that's going out of that.
No, does Marin lose the traitor card?
No, because there's a possibility that traitor can come back into the game at a later
Okay, but
point.
now.
But now Egan knows to never play that against me.
4 cards.
Right.
But that's the.
However, there is
rubbish.
an additional thing here. Egan, the Harkonnens have another effect. So if you were to put face down all of your leaders in front of you, so that Marashin can see them, because Marashin gets to steal one of those and choose whether he wants to just take him. So Mara gets to look at one of these and then decide whether he wants to either take 2 spice or keep the leader.
Alright, I'm gonna have a look at this one.
Marashin also gains 5 spice from the bank because a strength 5 leader was killed in a combat he won.
Is that just a Harkonnen thing?
No, that's everybody.
That's an everybody thing. If you win a battle and kill a leader, which usually only happens with a weapon.
You can. Hang on. He keeps it, but I get to take 2 extra spice, don't I?
If you decide to just ransom it off, then you take 2 spice from the Emperor.
Give me the money.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, if they don't have the spice to pay, you have to keep them as a card, but the Emperor almost certainly has. So, and yeah, as mentioned, you get 5 spice from the bank as well for killing a strength 5 leader.
Yep.
If you're not really
And that's how you be a backstabbery bastard.
Indeed. So,
Well, honestly, that actually helps me because I know this guy.
He also wanted to get rid of his banjo.
well, he did get rid of the banjo. This is true.
Yeah, it's not a complete mess for you, but essentially, the point is I get to keep that card, but then Aegon knows he can never play that guy against me, which is one of his strongest generals, which is great.
That's true.
Yep.
But also, Aegon hates you now, so.
Well, no.
Yeah, but he's always going to hate me. It's Dune.
Okay. So, that is all the Emperor's battles resolved.
I mean, I hate him when we're not playing Dune.
Exactly.
Next up, we go Atreides versus the Guild.
Right. There's your battle
Alright,
wheel.
so I have some special power, right?
So yeah, so the Atreides have a limited prescience ability. So they can ask the opponents to reveal one part of their battle plan, which can either be the weapon they're planning on using, the defense they're planning on using, what number they are going to dial on their wheel, or which leader they're using. And you're not allowed to change this information, Holland, once you've stated.
Right, fair enough.
I'd like to know what defense you're using,
If any.
any.
if any.
I'm gonna go get a glass of
Holland
water.
is not using a defense, so he cannot now throw a defense in there, but otherwise it's as normal.
It does mean if you have a treacherous way of killing his general, you're guaranteed to get away with it.
So, leader, battle wheel, and any cards you want to use. And
Right, but you don't wait, and you have to use a leader, right? But
You
you,
do
could
have
to use a leader.
You could use a cheap hero, right?
You could use
Yes.
hero as Mara did, but you have to use a hero if you have one available. The other, it's not relevant for this battle as well, but technically the hero gets placed in the location because you can't reuse a hero in another battle if you're in 2.
Okay, I see.
So, for example,
Wait,
if you
how
use
do I
if
make
you-
this go down? Oh, I see. Right click. Okay.
Yeah. So if you use
And then
the-
I
if-
can.
yeah. Go on.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. I was just re-explaining. Go on.
Okay. So the number of troops I dial
Is the number that
I'm
will die,
risking.
and the most you can dial is the number of troops you have there, or the strength of
Right.
those.
And
But
if
what-
all my so the number dies no matter what. If you
That
win.
dies if assuming you win.
Do you have to dial any troops?
You can dial 0. You are allowed to dial 0.
And then they just win the battle, but you don't lose any troops.
No, because you also have your leader strength. You also have any cards that are being applied. There are ways to win a battle
If you
with
lose the
dialing
battle,
0.
your troops die anyway.
If
right?
you lose the battle, all your troops die, regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
So you never actually want to play all your troop strength unless you completely want to
Sometimes
destroy
there is a
them.
benefit to it, because honestly, sometimes you have to force it so somebody else doesn't win. But yeah. So, are we ready on both sides?
Oh,
I am ready.
so when is there a benefit to keeping stuff in reserve?
Well,
If you want to pick something up, I think.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, 'cause
When you do what? Pick something up?
If
you
if you use all your troops here and both of you destroy each other, nobody gets to pick up the spice.
Oh, I
So
see.
you want to try and
Right.
keep a couple of troops alive to probably pick up some spice after this.
Fair enough.
But But again, if you lose the battle, all your troops die anyway.
Right.
So ideally, you want to still have 3 troops alive, minimum.
Or 2 for me.
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
for you though.
For Holland, I'm talking to Holland, yeah.
Yeah.
The good news from Holland's perspective is that the Atreides actually have the second weakest set of leaders. They do have a couple of good ones, but most of their leaders are quite low value, which is the main weakness of the guild as well. So we'll see. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Reveal. So card and leader. So flip everything up.
No.
Okay.
Never mind then.
Never mind. Okay. So first off, this is a lasgun. The lasgun is a very special weapon in that it will kill the leader you use against him all the time. So that leader is dead.
Right. So
That may or may
leader is
not be what I paid 6 for.
There is also one other factor to this. If a shield is played in the same combat, and also it's worth noting this includes if the Atreides player plays a shield as well, everything in that square dies. Everything. This includes Bene Gesserit advisors. This includes people who aren't involved in that combat, if it's in the Polar Sync or somewhere for ridiculous. Lasgun plus shield equals death.
Hence why I asked about defense.
Yep,
that was all I was
absolutely.
worried about.
Right.
So, the 4 guild people
So
die.
hold up.
Yeah.
Traitor. This is a traitor.
Do you have the
Do you-
traitor
you
card
have
for
one?
Lady Jessica?
Do I
You gotta
reveal
reveal
it
it.
now?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
have
That
one
traitor,
now.
yeah.
Okay, so
So-
forget that
Oh.
plan.
Oh wow.
Lady Jessica was a traitor. You receive 5 spice for killing an enemy leader. All
Yeah,
your
I
troops
was gonna
survive.
play the
All the
4,
Atreides
but-
troops die.
Yep.
Right.
There's your 5 spice, by the way. And
Where?
yeah, that also removes the laser gun from the game, which I am exceedingly
Yep.
happy about.
Do the things get reshuffled at some point?
And does my leader survive?
Oh yeah, your leader survives. Yeah, you would.
All right.
Lady Jessica was a traitor. You lose nothing.
So do I put him here?
Nope, you put him back in your reserves. There's no more combats you're involved in. So
I
Alright.
assume leaders can basically just fly from point to point.
No,
No.
they can't be used for 2
Multiple.
battles in the same
Ah,
turn.
if say the guild had another battle to come, then I would ask him to put it on that board just so we know it's been used and he can't use it somewhere else. But yeah, so that's quite a thing.
Does the treachery deck get reshuffled at
Yeah,
some
so
point?
if the treachery deck runs out, it gets
So
reshuffled in.
I take this card back in my hand, I guess.
Yep.
Because there's a possibility Lady Jessica could return to the battle. But
Right. All right.
The traders would like to make a special announcement. The price for the Spacing Guild to see any cards in the treachery phrase from now on is 4.
good to know. Okay, we then move to Spice Collection. So, each troop that the Fremen pick up their 6, the Spacing Guild pick up their 6. Tukes each also means they get 1 additional from the bank.
So they take this.
Yep, they're
Yep.
yours. You also get 1 from the bank for having Tukes each. The Harkonnens get 2 for owning Carthag. The Atreides get 2 for owning Arakeen.
Yeah, so I'll take my
And the
2.
Fremen cities give us nothing.
No,
How do I take 1 from the bank?
you should just click and draw.
Take a drug, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
that's your 1. Okay. We then move into the Mentat pause phase, where we work out if anybody's won. Not yet.
No, I have 2. Atreides has 1. Fremen I have 1.
Yeah.
And that is
You'll
1
have one.
turn of Dune.
It is.
Cool.
So,
That's
Shadow.
fun.
yes.
Shadow,
Yes.
for 2 spice, would you like to know which of your generals is a traitor card that I hold?
All of my traitors are 5. It's a 1 in 5 chance I'm going to use them randomly anyway. There's no benefit to me picking one, so I don't think that's worth it of me.
Fair enough.
Okay, so, start of the second turn. Storm phase. So Dylan reveals what's on top of the Storm deck.
Oh, right. I moved this.
The Storm moves 6 sectors.
Six. Yeah.
So
Yep,
1,
so-
2, 3, 4, 5,
The
6.
Spacing Guild gets his reckoning anyway.
So because the guild were overrun by the storm, all of the guild members die.
Oh,
But you did pick up
Bye.
the
I
spice.
see.
Also, of note, nobody can beam into Arakeen right now. So Arakeen is safe for this round.
But he can also move out of the
He
city.
can't also move out of it. So, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's worth knowing that's a benefit.
That's
It means the Atreides
unfortunate
can't lose
considering
anything.
where the spice blow is, but that's okay.
Absolutely. So Spice Blow, if you reveal the top
Yeah.
2 from the Spice deck,
So it's the old gap, which
which
happens
is
to
instantly
be-
destroyed.
And
Shia
Oh.
Halud. Okay. So this also has one other effect. So first off, Discard all spice and forces in the territory shown on top of the disc, on top of the pile, which is the old gap. So if there was anything on the old gap, it's just got eaten by the sandworm. Nom, 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 nom. Ooh, that's
Then draw cards until another territory is revealed.
But before that happens, we go into Nexus phase.
Wait, no, it says first. It says then draw cards until another territory card is revealed. Place spice there. Then Nexus. Yeah.
Yep, go for it.
So fuck. Cielago North.
2 and 3. Okay, so we then move into the Nexus phase. So this is where we can now begin the formal art of alliance. So why would you want to ally? Because you basically grant a minor version of your power to the allied player. Now, you can only be in alliance with one other player, and if you are an allied team, you need 4 of the territories to win. All members of the alliance must be revealed to all, no alliance can be kept secret, etc. Alliances, once formed in a Nexus phase, can only be rebroken in another Nexus phase. So if you ally with somebody and then it all goes to pieces, you can't break it off until the next sandworm is revealed. However, at that point, you can close and reform alliances as required. So, when you're allied, obviously, the normal rules apply. You can give money to any other player for any reason. So if you're allied, say, with the Emperor can loan you money to pay for treachery cards, which he then gets back. Which is perfectly valid to do, and it just depends on how much money the Emperor has to be able to do this. You can also share cards in your hand, or at least reveal cards in your hand, and any other information you have to your allied players. This is especially important for, say, the Harkonnens, who can reveal who your safe traitors are, but so can everybody else. So at this stage, who would like to ally with whom? And note, obviously, if you ally, you will need 4 territories to win.
I'm thinking about making a deal with Holland here.
I was thinking the same thing, actually.
Yeah, because it means that my traitor cards can be used by you. And I get cheaper rates.
Exactly.
It
It seems like a powerful alliance.
Well, most of them are, as far as I can gather. But yeah, this one's quite powerful, I think.
Shadow, are you interested in an alliance?
I'm interested. I want to know whether this is going to happen before I commit to anything, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the Harkonnen also have the option of doing that with the Fremen.
They do.
And that would keep them. That would leave them both at 3.
Both at 3 what?
3 territories, if you consider what they've currently got available. So the Harkonnen have 2, Fremen.
That would put us in a power mode, yeah.
You could also, the Harkonnens could also decide to do really weird shenanigans and ally with the Atreides.
That would just be nonsensical, but he did say he's playing an apocryphal Atreides.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I thought about it.
The Spacing Guild. So,
I thought about it.
Shape.
But I'll let Holland decide whether he wants to say yes on the first deal, and if not, I'll make subsequent deals.
Okay.
You're saying yes?
So the alliance has happened. If you would trade your alliance cards,
How do you revive leaders, Shadow?
There is a revival phase. You can revive leaders.
Right, I'm going to show Holland something now, and Holland's probably going to laugh.
Right.
When you revive a leader, does it just come back for free, or do you have to do something?
Right, force revival. All players may revive during the revival phase. Each player may revive up to 3 total forces from the Tylexu tanks.
Right.
You get a certain number of those for free. Whatever. Leader revival. If all 5 of the players' leaders are in the Tylexu tanks, then they may revive 1 leader per turn until all leaders have been revived.
I'm going to show you these, Holland, and then you can be amused.
So, I need an alliance with either the Fremen or House Atreides here, based on what's currently going on.
Yeah, I'll lie with you.
I was waiting to see what Dylan would come up with for this, because I might prefer to be with Dylan right now.
Let me see.
Fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
someone's not going to be very happy, are they?
I also will share some interesting intel with you as a token of goodwill.
Oh, sorry. How did
just flip these back?
The advisors work again? Do you like?
So at the end of
territory?
At the end of the Nexus phase, I can choose whether my forces are coexisting in each of the territories, and I have a reasonable shot at taking the Harkonnen one away from them, and also stop that stops somebody coming in, but it would also stop you coming in, and I think you might have a better shot at it with 2v2, depending on how many other troops you've got. So it's probably not in my best interest to interfere with that battle, but it's something I could do if I need to.
And
yeah,
look at that.
I was trying, because I could also move on the Spacing Guild.
You could. So either way, you've got.
And this is, I guess, I should also show you.
You've got the attack on the Spacing Guild available. I could ally with the Atreides, but they're a bit stuck.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
But the Atreides Bene Gesserit power transfer is awesome. I could also ally with Aegon.
I mean, I can ally with Aegon too. I'm fine with an Aegon alliance if you don't ally with me, Shadow.
But that gives them all the power in terms of the bidding phase at the moment.
Yeah, then Aegon and I will just control the treachery, which sounds fine to me.
All right, Dylan. Dylan.
Yeah.
Dune for the Fremen.
Okay.
All right, fine.
But how about we do a double alliance against these two first?
We'll see. Okay, so there are 3 alliances that are currently now in this. So we now have the Harkonnen Spacing Guild Alliance. We have the Fremen Bene Gesserit Alliance. And we have the Atreides Emperor Alliance. I'm going to just have a quick look at what I've got in my hand here.
And you can show cards in your hand to other players?
You can. I don't have anything I want to show you right now, though.
Yeah, I don't need to show. I have nothing to show you, Aegon.
Yeah.
Yep, but not because I don't want to, but because you don't care. I promise.
That's possibly true. But yeah, I don't have anything that's useful for you to know, Dylan.
Yeah.
All right, so the Nexus phase has ended. I choose now whether I want my forces to coexist, and I'm going to choose not to coexist in Habanya Siege. But I will continue to coexist in Carthag.
With the other Harkonnens.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, yes, he can do that. The terms of war and Dune are quite weird.
They're quite weird. No, it's just these two have decided they are not going to advise the Harkonnens who brutally killed the Emperor's troops.
Yeah, well, it's considered, was it, limited state of war or something on Arrakis? It's an odd thing.
It is a very odd thing. Okay, so we now begin the bidding phase, and I get shown charity. So, who can still have cards in hand? So basically, who's at the hand limit?
Not me.
Nope.
I'm not me.
No, I'm okay.
Okay, then we are bidding 6 total cards. The first one is for the Atreides beginning the bidding.
So we don't draw another card, right? We just go for bidding.
We just go for bidding now.
Okay.
But obviously, there's a lot more money on the board from various.
I'll bid one.
May I look at this?
Yeah.
He's your ally, so yeah.
I mean, you can still make him pay.
You could still make him pay. But also, if you really want to win a card now, you just have Aegon loan you tons of money to do it.
Yep. Although I'm pretty safe this turn. So.
Oh, also, Dylan, shuffle up the Storm deck and reveal and.
Oh, do you shuffle?
Oh wait,
time?
we have to do one more Spice Blow. We only did one Spice Blow, right?
No, we did 2 because we added the extra one to.
No, we only did one because we had the Sandworm, which revealed one, and that was.
But the
and then Old Gap didn't happen.
Old Gap was destroyed by the storm.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have to shuffle this every turn.
And Dylan's is also the one that can predict the spice flow.
No, Dylan knows where the storm is.
Dylan just knows the ways to Dune, and therefore he knows where the storm's going to be.
So
the Atreides.
Cat's the one that knows where one of the 2 spices.
I know. Yeah. I know where the next.
Okay.
Anyway, bid is at 1, Dylan.
And you can, if you'd like
I'll
information.
bid 2 for that.
Could sell it.
Okay, Holland.
The current bid is 2 for that card.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bid 3.
Okay, I'm not going to bid against my ally, so.
Aegon.
What? Holland is currently at 3.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll pass.
Wait, can I also use cards to help Mara that I buy?
You can't trade
treachery,
cards.
no.
You can't trade cards.
No, but I mean, like, if the Harkonnen are my ally, the traitor cards they hold may be used against your opponent.
Yeah, the traitor cards, not the
You
treachery
can use
cards.
his traitor cards, and that's it.
There's a few exceptions to this. For example, you can use a truth trance during somebody else's combat to find something out. But it's limited cases. Most of the time, no, you can't. Right, so bid is currently at 3. I am going to pass.
I'll bet 4.
I'll bid 5.
Dylan's getting, he's feeling a bit flush.
We've got 5.
I'm
we've
just
got
feeling
5
like
Yeah.
cards.
Guess I'll go 7.
Ooh. Again, not bidding against my ally, but ooh.
Has he looked at what this card is?
Hang on.
No, he hasn't.
No, me and Agen are the only ones who know what this card is. And Agen passed, and I didn't bid in the first round.
Can I see it just for personal curiosity? I'm not going to bid on it, but
If you pay me 1.
Charge him.
Agen, can I see it just for personal curiosity?
Pay me 2.
Well, it depends, doesn't it? If he swears
That's
he
right.
will not bid on it, does it really matter?
Yeah,
Apart
because
from
he
he
has
only,
information,
he gets small amount of information for someone else.
I
yeah.
cannot.
matters a lot.
I cannot bid on this card. That's why I was just
Yeah,
asking.
but information matters a lot, so no.
Okay, so bid is currently at 7. Agen, do you wish to exceed 7?
Nah. I could use 7.
I think you could
Yeah.
actually.
I
Alright,
could
so-
use 8. I would go for it. You give me 8 shots.
I said I can't. I can't.
Yeah, I pass. Agen, I think we use
I
this as an
pass.
opportunity to get a lot of money, and then we can buy all the cards we want.
This is the card I just bought.
Yes.
It is yours.
Yes.
You bought it for 7. Agen gets richer.
Thank you.
Oh boy, Agen's gonna be able to have a just monster turn and just dump
Use
everything
this
on the
Basin
board.
Guild, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because well, that's fine. All right, so next up
Yeah.
is Fremen to start the bid.
Can I see the card?
No.
Can I see the card?
If you pay me 3, yeah.
I'm not
Pay
gonna pay
you
you
3.
3 for that. Come on.
No.
Okay.
It is a bit cheeky considering that cards are not at a premium at the moment.
It's fine if they want to. If they're just gonna snap all the cards, we'll get them for cheap later on. Hey, Dylan, don't worry.
Exactly. They're not at a
Okay,
premium,
I'm
so it
gonna
doesn't
start
matter.
bidding 2.
All right, hold on.
Bidding
Oh,
2.
right. So it's traitor. Wait, treachery and traitor.
Agen, you can look at this
Yes.
if you want, by the way.
Oh. Okay.
This will be a fun alliance when it breaks up.
And it
When
can.
it breaks
Oh,
up,
absolutely.
you say.
Next Nexus phase, you can just totally break off alliances.
Yes, you can. You can backstab people and then make a new alliance with somebody else.
You can't while you're allied. Just as an FYI, you can't even exist in the same territory. You're not allowed. So
Yeah.
you
Right,
can't
okay.
fight. You can't fight your traitors. Well, it does suggest if you're both in a territory, one of you has to move during the movement phase. Otherwise, the Slayer going second loses all their forces. But
Okay.
I was going to warn if that was going to be a thing that happened, but it's not at the moment.
So what's the bidding?
2 with
It's
Dylan, I think.
2. Yeah.
So Holland.
Current bidding is 2.
Yep.
I guess I'll go 3.
Okay.
Not bidding against my ally again.
6.
Oh.
The bullying begins. Pass.
Pass.
6. 7.
I am passing.
Okay, pass.
Well, 8.
And I will let them just burn the money they just
Yeah, I
made.
mean, I'm quite happy for this to go on, so pass.
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 Alright, Agen tosses 8 into the trash.
You go, Agen. Yeah, Agen, really, you should let me be buying these cards, because then I'm just paying you money that you can use more.
So
That's
next
fine.
starting bid is
You
with the
wanted that
guild.
one.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
this
gave it to you.
turn is still going, so...
I'm
we have time to
tossing
do
1.
Oh, hold on.
All right. There's your card, Agen, right? How do I do an arrow easily? Is there a hotkey?
I forget what the command is for an
Which
arrow.
You mean this thing?
Yes.
Tab.
Thank you. Okay.
Yours looked so fancy. It was like
Okay.
a double arrow.
So bid begins Holland at 1.
Maybe because I double tapped or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you have spawning 2 at once, that's why. Right, so Holland bids 1, I pass. Agen?
I pass.
I'll bid 2.
5.
You're bidding 5?
Interesting.
It's alright if I bid for this one then, Shag, because I mean you can afford 5.
No,
right?
go for it. Go for it.
Alright, 6 then. That's...
Pass.
No, I'm not going to bid at that rate.
Note that the card limit is 4, and once you have 4, you must announce that you can no longer bid on cards. Just
I can bid. I'm just not going to. It's too expensive.
Just because Agen's potentially picking up another one here, so that's all.
What do you think, Agen? Do you think we let him have this, or do you think we should take this?
Hold on, I haven't seen it.
Oh, take a look.
I mean, likelihood is I'm not going to be going to combat with you.
It's
For the time
Dylan.
being.
Dylan.
Yeah, I know.
Is Dylan's winning the?
Dylan is
Yeah, it
winning
would be
this.
Dylan.
right now.
I think I'm okay with Dylan having this.
Yeah, I think Dylan can have this.
Yes.
I
I'll
pass
pass.
then. Pass.
And give us $6.
No, give the Emperor 6. You don't get
Yeah.
that 6. Although
That's
if
fine.
the Emperor can give you money if he wants to.
Yeah. If you want to be a friend, you can give me money at some point.
Harkonnen to start the next bid.
Okay.
I'm assuming you can just like buy me a card.
Start the bid too.
Agen, can you bid or are you?
You can take a look.
I'll take a peek.
Yeah. How many treachery cards do you have, Agen?
Once you got 4, you are out of bidding. So
I'm on free.
okay, so
Okay.
you can still bid.
Yeah. No one is at 4, I don't think.
Yeah,
so.
just because I wasn't sure how close Agen was with things.
Yeah.
I'll pass right now.
Am I saying for just 2?
Just 2. Yeah.
All right, I'll bid 3.
Hey Dylan, if you give me 2 coins, I'll give you a very interesting piece of information about that thing you just bought.
What? I already have it. So why do I need to know?
No. Something about who you may want to use it with.
Okay.
I think you're being cheated out of this one. I wouldn't. Go
I'm
with
not
Yeah.
cheating you.
You have the
swear
voice
to you.
of. Remember,
I swear
remember,
to you,
Dylan,
I
you
am
have
not
the voice
cheating
of
you.
command. You can make advantages with that.
That's true.
Yeah, what does that do, voice your opponent?
The voice of command means basically I can force you to play a specific card if you have it. So I can force you to play
or not play.
or not play. So if I say have a projectile attack, I can say don't play a projectile defense, and you can't.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Then it's probably not worth
Dylan has
you
that
getting
power as
information
well.
from you.
So
Yeah, and also it's I don't know if I'm how likely I am to run into the problem person because I think I'm going to be attacking everyone. So I think it's
No, yeah. No, that's I didn't realize you had that. That information is not useful.
Anyway,
I was not trying
anyway,
to.
Atreides player bid is at 3.
For this thing?
Yes.
Agen, if I want to win this, will you like help me?
I will.
Okay. I'll bid 4.
Interesting.
I'm going to pass.
Holland.
Same here.
No, it's not worth it. If Agen's going to bile in as well, it's just going to end up being a bidding
Oh,
war.
thank you, sir.
Agen.
I'll pass.
5.
All right. I don't want it that badly. I'll pass.
Fair enough.
Here, Agen, you can have your 2 back.
Okay.
There you go.
2, I sneakily sneaked around the table.
All right. Next.
Next is Emperor start.
Here you go, Agen.
Are you just bidding 5, or is that just the 5 I gave you?
Oh yeah, that's just the 5 you gave me.
Yeah.
I'll just exchange them.
Yeah, I can put
Mr.
them away.
Moneybags is just determined to upgrade all of his stuff.
Interesting.
So that's about the most blatant bluff that Agen's ever pulled.
Absolutely. But he starts bidding.
Rise says that apparently you can look at cards with Alt-Shift. You don't need to put it in your zones to do it then.
Oh yeah, that's true. Just don't do that when you're not supposed to.
I'll bid 1.
1, I bid 2.
5.
No bid.
Holland.
Pass.
Mara.
Which card number are we on?
This is 5. There'll be 1 more after this.
I think he's trying to start a bidding war, so no.
Agen.
Pass.
Okay. Pass as well. So 5 wins.
Cool. Can I keep some of this, Agen?
Yeah, you keep 2. I'll take 3.
Okay. Great.
Shenanigans are occurring here. But...
yes, they are.
All right. Last treachery card of the round.
Okay. Hello. There we go.
Hello. There we go.
And it's my start, so I will start with a bid of 1.
I see.
I still want that donkey. I mean, the
I'll
donkey's
bid-
worth
I'll
stuff to me. It's not worth any to
I'll
any of you.
bid 2.
I'm not gonna bid.
I'm gonna pass as well.
What's the bid at 1?
It's at
I'll bid
2.
I'll bid
Yeah,
the
sorry.
2.
Oh no, the bid is at.
No,
2,
sorry,
so
you would have to bid 3.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you bid.
That's fine.
It's fine.
So Harkonnen at 3.
One moment.
Egan?
Pass.
Pass.
4.
This feels like a trap.
It probably is. There's 5 worthless cards, literally worthless cards in the deck. So I assume Dylan passes, Holland passes in respect to Mara.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Okay, we'll wait for Mara to just get back.
Okay.
Apologies, right. What's going on? Who
Bid's
I bid
Bid's
4.
at 4 with the Atreides player.
I just remarked how this feels like a trap.
It probably is, but I will still bid the 5.
Okay. 5 bid. Egan?
No, pass.
Pass.
6.
Pass.
Holland presumably passes.
No, I'll retract you. You can have it for 6. I'm not paying silly money at this stage.
Egan,
Egan,
I
can I
assume
keep-
passes. I pass.
Yep.
I'll take 4, you keep 2.
Wow, can I keep the half, maybe? I have very little money at this point.
Okay, keep 1.
Oh, this alliance is going to be so brutal when it ends.
This is part of the reason why I'm not paying silly money. I'm
Yeah,
going to let them annoy one another.
Egan's being pretty stingy here. I let him look at every single card the treachery phase, and I got to keep like.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you 1 more.
I mean, he's essentially give you 5 spice over the course of this bidding round, so
He
he's not
has,
been that
so-
stingy.
Yeah. So anyway, revival
Yeah,
phase.
5 spice, and you remember his cost to look at cards was 2 spice per card, so technically he should give me 12 spice.
Okay, revival phase. So each of you may revive a number of troops for
Oh, pay
free
dividends, don't
based
worry.
on your number. So the guild can revive
I
1 troop
appreciate
for
it.
free. They just get added to their reserve. I think the Atreides get 2, and I think the Emperor gets
Yeah, I get
How
2,
much damage
but
do
my leader doesn't count, right, as a
no.
troop?
You
Okay.
can't. You
The
can't
leaders
revive
only
leaders
come back
until
when
all
you
your
have all
leaders,
of them.
when all your leaders are dead or captured. Then you can do that.
Right, okay.
So Atreides get 2 of their troops back into the reserves for free. The Emperor gets 1 of his troops back into the reserve for free. You can pay to have an addition. You can pay up to a total of 3 troops back.
And it's
What is it,
1
one
per
spice
troop?
per?
1 per. The only exceptions to this is any specialist troops, so the Fidakeen or the Sardaukar, you can only ever get 1 of those back each revival. So, does the Emperor or the Guild wish to pay for an extra couple of revivals?
Nah.
No.
Okay.
It's not pressing right now. Yeah.
Okay, shipment and movement. So again, the guild can jump in when they want to make their movement, but assuming they don't, it's the Atreides to begin. And the other reason for the other reason for the guild going last is you go after everybody's paid you to try and sort their troops,
Uh-huh.
and then you use that money to put your troops down. So, what are the Atreides going to do for their turn?
Oh, it's me.
Yep, you are the first player, so you are the first to move.
Okay. Well, it's unfortunate that I have to pay my mortal enemy to place troops, but I guess it's okay.
Welcome to Arrakis.
So what's the plan here, Aegon? Or anyone?
If
Anyone want to
you wanna
talk about?
If you want to have a couple of minutes and have a chat just to discuss tactics, I'm happy for that.
It's not unusual to do that in the alliance phase, I guess.
Well, are you allowed to have secret conversations?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, you can go. You can basically you're going off for a couple of minutes to have a cup of tea and discuss things. So,
Well,
I'm
I'm
happy
fine
to
without doing that. I'm fine with having a more public conversation about how we're gonna stop the Harkonnens
And the
Space
Guild.
and Guild alliance.
well, you are
I
the
don't
first
know why
player.
you're
so-
so fearful.
I know. Basically, they have to take one of the 2 territories they don't have, and one of those they can't take.
Right. Well, the scary thing, right, is they have 5 traders. Granted, we know one of them is my card, and one of them is Aegon's leader. So There's only 3 left. Yeah. 4
And I
left.
assume they're all mine.
3 left.
That
yeah.
was my prediction.
The other consideration, of course, is that you can do nothing about this battle. I've locked that battle in.
Correct. So I could go to the...
Possibly,
Tukes.
that's because I have Harkonnen on turn 2, but you know.
Right.
Could be.
I think I'm going to sit out of this one. Passing.
You're passing all movement. Okay, Fremen
Yes.
turn then.
Okay, so I'm going to drop in 3 Fremen into here.
Yep.
And then I'm going to move everyone here into
To siege.
Ah,
Siege.
so Dylan goes to war with the guild.
Oh no, where did all these gypsies come from?
Oh,
Right.
and I can do more move. Can I do more movement as well?
You can move 1 stack of troops too. Yeah, you're still limited to 1, but you can deploy.
Oh,
3.
okay, so I can't move another stack.
Yeah, so
No.
But he can move the Fedyakin and the Fremen together.
that is 1 stack. It's just basically because one of them is a double troop.
Right.
So Dylan
Right,
can dial
I will-
6 in combat with this group.
Right. I was hoping to grab hold of that, but that's fine. That spy shall remain open.
Okay, well if that's your move done, it then would be the guild player, but the guild player can wait if they want.
Oh, you can walk out.
So
the storm
no,
whenever
I
you
guess I
need,
don't
Shadow.
really have a
No,
reason
it
to
doesn't
go
really
now,
fit.
so I'll just wait, I guess.
Okay, the Harkonnen can go next.
Okay. I'm gonna pay my old buddy, my old pal.
Yes, you would like some troops. I'll
Better
get you
beam
the
'em.
fancy ships.
I can beam them down into here. That's right, isn't it?
Yep.
'Cause I
you
get
can
the
be
guild
down into
rates?
the city.
Yep.
You can build them at
Yes,
guild rates as well, so you only pay
indeed,
2
yeah.
to the Basin Guild.
Payment received. Troops have been delivered.
Beamed. Yep.
Can you move troops in for
Right.
Shadow still?
I have an option of moving up to 3. Do I want to use that?
Well, you can move 1 stack, yeah.
I'll move 1 stack up to 3 here.
How many troops can we land on the planet?
As many as you can
pay for.
afford.
If you want to dump all 20 of your troops down on somewhere, you can do that. As mentioned, though, you have a slight disadvantage of not being able to take them back up again.
Yeah, unless
Right.
this thing.
And Arakeen and the Harkonnen have the movement bonuses.
And
Yeah.
do remember that you have my ability to. So you can force someone to show you one
hold
element
on,
of their battle.
Can we move from these areas to these areas and here, or do we move by these?
You move by
Sector.
the full sector, so you move. Each of these are basically 1 square on the board. They're just split up by the storm squares. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, this is to do with. So if the storm was to
That is
hit
one
here,
space. That is
something in
space
this one
taken.
wouldn't be affected, even though it's in the same territory.
But we move from these to these.
Yes.
Yes.
So this whole one territory.
that is
That
one
is
territory.
one space. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that is
can
1
move-
space.
I could say technically move from here to here to here in 3 turns.
Yes.
In 2 turns.
2 turns, yeah.
If you want
Oh,
to dump troops on the
I see.
on the false wall, you can do that.
No. I'm just asking because this area is just so big. So I was.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so-
that,
No,
that's still 1 square.
it's just the way it is. Yeah. I think. Did anyone mention that the polar sink is a special case that the storm
Yeah,
doesn't
it's-
affect it?
It doesn't affect it, and it's also neutral ground. You can't fight there.
But you can, for instance, cross from here to here.
Yes.
Or, oh, okay.
You can move through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna skip my planetary movement space. So just a
Right.
beam down for me. Hagen.
Hail to the Emperor. What do you want to do?
I will move.
To the other side of the room.
Hagen, we are not technically allies at this point, but would you like to loan me, say, 5 spice to go and attack the Harkonnens at this place?
I don't think you should do that. You should. just
It's a
fight
verbal
them
contract.
yourself.
If he pays me money for it, it's a verbal contract. I must use that money to put troops on.
Oh, I'm not saying you're going to betray him.
Yeah, just saying I can't. If that's the agreement that is made, I cannot. I have to do that.
You
Thank
have
you, my
money. We know you have money. You bid it last time and you did not win a card.
Okay, if you want the Harkonnens to win that battle and lose the game, that's up to you.
So, what do I pay to put troops down on? How much?
Right, if you're putting it down into a city tile, it's 1 for 1. If you're putting it down onto another type of tile, so a desert or a rock tile, then it's 2 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
You can move in. You can beam down into a city, and instead of fighting, move off. You are allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't beam down into a city which has 2 factions in it.
Aiden, I would recommend battling the Fremen in this place, because then you prevent either of the people in their alliance from beaming troops there, so they can't battle there, so it's impossible for them to win.
This turn.
This turn.
Mm-hmm. And that's a city, so it's one.
It's
One
one
per
for
troop.
one.
It's 1 for 1, but you're obviously paying the Space and Guild for it.
You could even just sacrifice like 1 troop there. It doesn't matter. You just have to make it so that they can't win this turn by going there.
3, 4. What is the special? What is the special units special thingy?
The Fader Keen, they count as 2. So basically, he can dial an extra. So he can dial up to 5 at the moment.
And what about my special troops?
They don't work against Fremen, but otherwise they're worth 2.
Yeah.
Ah,
Unfortunate.
Yeah, in all intents and purposes, they're exactly the same. They're just not good against Fremen. They're not used to desert fighting.
Because they only have fought in palace walls.
Well, yeah, they grew up on a prison planet, and that's a much grittier urban setting.
All right.
So yeah,
I will do this. I will.
Just going to point out, Holland, by the way, that I didn't go for the power play, because what I could have done is use my move to move here, tried to take this, and this, broke an alliance and won.
well, assuming you get to a Nexus phase and you can break alliance and survive to the end of the turn. But yes.
Yeah, but it is a potential. I could have done that move.
Hold on.
Well, if you stayed in the alliance and I held on to my city, then you would also have one, right?
Hold on.
Actually, no, that is true. Yeah.
Hmm.
If you held this, and then we would have just won together. But I could have broken alliance and just won outright.
So is there a Nexus phase every turn, or only when
There
we
is a
see
Nexus
a
phase
sandworm?
when a spice worm is.
Okay,
revealed.
only when we see a sandworm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
Oh, that's the point. Yeah, actually, if the sandworm didn't come up this turn, we would be forced into an allied victory regardless. Yeah.
Yeah. This is if there's like it's like a traumatic experience, so people are like, we need to ally.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So, Aiden, you've planned 10 troops, but you haven't actually put them down on the board yet.
He's debating whether he wants to do that, but the thing is, Holland would have the option of going for that, and that would make us win if he won.
Yeah, I mean, you could just put 1 troop there, Aiden, and it'll just die, and that's fine. That's enough to stop him. So if you don't want to actually fight for that, just put 1 troop there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, having a territory might be useful.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't want that, but if you don't want to risk it, you want to at least stop them from winning.
Okay.
Being able to wait until the last turn sure is nice.
I think what he's mortally terrified of is he doesn't want to fight me and Holland.
You don't want to fight.
He just wants to be a peaceful, rich guy
Emperor.
sitting there getting fed his grapes.
Well, technically, that's what the Emperor wanted to do. That's
Yeah.
why the houses were allowed to. He wanted to just.
It is thematic for him to just sit there and let the lesser fights happen. Alright,
But not
Aiden, you're
if-
stalling on this.
not
It's a long game, so I'm going to force an action here. You either go on or don't.
Yeah, I was just thinking, is it possible we
going
can
to-
take like a half an hour break at the end of this turn? Because I need to go and make dinner.
Yeah, fair.
I'm going to land here, but I'm going to use this card, which lets me land here at half the rate.
Okay, so you're using Kurama to pay guild rates, so you're only paying 5. That's fine.
But I still get the cash monies.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
you
get
get it.
the
He's
less.
paying guild rates. Are you going to move from that territory? Or are you going to stay there?
I'm going to stay there.
Fair enough. Right. My turn then. And while I do have some money, I do not have enough money
I will pay you. I will give you a bit.
for.
He's giving you 5.
Are you just giving me this?
To reinforce yourself in that area.
Okay, fair enough.
Which
I
area?
will, however, take 1 advisor here for a beam down.
In Habin.
Yep.
Habanaya.
Okay.
Habanya.
So basically what you're saying, that's fine. If you would
have a banana stench.
that's fine. So basically I'm being paid 5 to go and transport troops, which is fine. That's what I will do.
Yes.
Okay, he's very much
Payment
not happy about the
received.
potential for us, Holland.
I, however, did not guarantee that I would stay there. And it's definitely an option for me to move out of this territory.
It is.
I did not agree I would stay in this area.
Because that's going to be an almighty battle.
It is going to be an almighty battle, but I am going to actually stick for it.
Hagen did say reinforce yourself there, which I think implies staying.
It implies it, but it doesn't say staying there. That's just me putting troops in the territory.
Well, you did reinforce the troops there, and then they went somewhere else.
They went here.
That would be pretty slimy.
It would be pretty slimy, but I do want to genuinely stop Mara from potentially winning this turn, so I'm going to actually stay there. But
What a nice guy.
what a nice guy. All right, that is shipping and movement then, if nobody else has got anything. We then...
I also have still.
Oh
have
yeah, no,
troops.
actually, no, you have the ability... Sorry, I forgot about the guild. The guild can go now if they want.
So, I guess I'll pay 4
To put 8 troops down?
to put 8 troops down.
Put them down where? There.
Oh.
Okay. Yep. Fair enough. Reinforce the siege.
Okay, that's 13 total. Okay, and are you going to make it a move, or are you just going to stick with that? I think you're sticking with that, though. You don't have any other spare troops, do you?
So
I'll
we
stick
have
with that.
basically 3 Stalingrads going on right now.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the big battle turn. Okay,
I'm the only one who is not battling this turn.
of course, you're just the puppet master in the background. We know how this goes.
I mean, I'm not going to say that it's only because I was in the storm, but it's definitely only because
So we'd be resolving Dylan's versus.
Yeah, so Dylan
Yes.
is the
Egan.
player is the first player, so he has the option of this. Just one other important note: Dylan wins ties in combat right now.
Yeah.
'Cause he is the first player.
Interesting.
So he can choose which one of these he wants to do first, though. And sometimes there
You're
is no-
battling, but who you battling? You're
I'm
battling.
gonna battle the Emperor first.
Okay.
Hey, Egan.
Egan.
I don't know if you took notes on this,
before-
but I have.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, Dylan, your first thing to work out is what you're going to voice him to do.
Yep. So I can tell him not to play a certain type of
You can
card,
tell him
right?
not to play or to play a specific type of card.
Okay, Aegon, you cannot play a poison weapon.
Okay.
So that, other than that, you are free to do what you want, but you cannot play a poison weapon. So that probably ensures his leader survives.
And that also implies he's probably going to play a defense, I imagine, of a different type.
That basically means he'll play the defense that'll make sure he's fine with that. But...
Right, the projectile defense or whatever.
Can you use your ability to show me what Dylan's has or one?
Oh yeah,
My ability, you can choose one part of his battle plan
which which Dylan has to obey to. So
and
Show
make him
me-
reveal it.
Show me his attack card weapon card.
Wait,
So-
so if you are playing a weapon, you must show.
you must show Egan what it is now.
Okay, I'm not playing a weapon.
Okay.
Yeah, the Atreides versus it's a good thing that they don't have both. I've got to be honest, because then it gets really mean. But,
Because they just know exactly what's going on.
they
Yeah.
can just guarantee that your leader dies if they have the card that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which weapon are you using? Don't play a projectile defense. Your leader dies, mine lives.
Yep.
Okay, Egan's ready. Dylan's is ready.
Okay. Reveal.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. I wanted to do all at once.
Yeah. So, first off, projectile is negated, so no leaders die.
What?
So,
Egan, we knew he had that card.
Yeah, but he said he had. I asked what.
and
You
then
asked weapon.
it is
He played
11
defense.
versus
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
10.
that's a 10. Okay, Shane did dial one higher, Dylan, but fine. So, Egan loses 8 troops from this combat.
Yeah, I mean, if I died one higher, we would have won, but also we've all died anyway.
No,
Oh,
you
hold
kept
on,
one. You
hold
have-
No,
on.
you could dial up to 6 because you have the
on.
Fedekeen.
Hold on. No, hold on.
Oh wait, no, wrong battle. Yeah,
Wrong
you got the
battle.
Fedekeen, so you can dial up to 5. Yeah.
5, 8.
So no, you could have done that and still held it.
It's fine. It obviously wanted to try and hold on to things, but no worries. So all the Fremen die. None of the leaders die because none of them were killing combat. So you do get to keep Stilgar. They go into they go into the
and
tanks.
only the weapon that just got out of play causes a nuclear explosion when it hits the shield.
It's only the last gun. Yeah. So
And the last gun is gone.
yeah.
Oh.
So Dylan's lost is going to the Flex 2 tanks. The shield is removed because he lost to combat.
Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't put my guys back in the tanks. I put them back on the
So it's 3 and 1 of the Fader Keen.
fade again. Yep.
And Aegon is reduced to a force.
Well, he's staying there because I can't use him in the next.
Yeah, you
one.
can't use him in the next battle. That's all. Aegon, you're not involved in another battle, so you don't have to worry about that.
But I want him there.
Fair enough.
They're just hanging out, having a drink.
Hanging out as always. So second battle now.
Fight against the guild then.
Yeah, so the battle wheel goes to the guild.
Go.
All right. You cannot play a poison weapon, Holland.
I see.
You have been so commanded.
I feel the strange urge to not play a poison weapon.
It's not strange at all. The advisor just done it.
This is not the poison.
Holland,
you're
I'm
looking-
just going to remind you. Well, I'm just going to tell you I have this if needed.
I'm not sure how big brain it is, but that's what I've done. Sorry, I don't know how long ago you asked the
Ooh,
question.
that is interesting.
So I can potentially play that on behalf of you if you wish.
Hang on, I'll hang on, and I can want you to take a look at this.
Right.
Man, if that alliance breaks, there's gonna be a lot of information coming out.
Oh yeah, they know everything. This is
Yeah, so I'll share the storm stuff with you, Shadow, but it doesn't really affect you.
Might be good synergy, I think.
So
Um.
yeah, you need it if you want to ask.
Well,
Because-
not necessarily. I mean, I could do that, but it just tells you whether or not there's a point to you playing that.
True.
Is that your only option?
I mean, that's the only stuff I have that would help in this.
Okay. I
Okay.
mean, you can play it anyway. If you win, it wouldn't matter.
Wait, what was the command again? No poison weapon, right?
yeah. You cannot use a poison weapon. It can't if you have one.
No cheap tricks.
Well, no, just the cheap tricks we know about.
Yeah, just no poison in cheap tricks.
Poison is a cheap trick.
Not if you're prepared for it.
Bear in mind, there are other things that you could be looking for, Holland.
And it's also
it's
when
not-
knowledge of what
unquote-
cards people have is kind of important.
Other things.
Say again, there's also
Other things that you might want to think about. It's not simply about that one.
yeah.
Type.
All right.
Very true. Very true.
So, are we ready?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Reveal arrow.
Hang on, I'm turning stuff around. Oh
Yep.
crap! Right, and this, and there we go.
Okay. Revealing.
Man, you had 2 shields. Very nice. You're gonna waste this projectile weapon. Nice.
Okay, so they have dialed in 9, have 3, but
Wow.
leader survives. So Dylan loses all his troops, and the guild lose 9 of theirs from winning the battle.
9 of their 13.
None of the leaders die, however, so there's no spice exchange for this one.
Nope.
And that leaves you with.
Drat.
And the guild have a lot of casualties currently built up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do, but they held the territory.
They did. So
And although the card is revealed, he held the card.
And the stunner is gone now.
No,
no, the
'cause
stunner
you
you
didn't
keep
die.
because you didn't
Ah.
die.
That's what I mean. If you use it, as long as you win, it doesn't really matter other than the fact that other people are now aware that you have it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But the protections.
Yeah, both the battles you lost, so you did lose the
Right.
defenses. It's the only way to get cheap cards out of your hand is to lose them in that sort of manner. Right, so we now move on to the Harkonnen battle.
Yep.
If I can borrow a battle wheel, thank you.
So Shadow versus me.
Yep, I have 7 to Mara's 6.
And
Okay.
the Fremen do have some really strong leaders, like 7. Damn.
Yeah,
What's the
wow.
highest the leader can
Yeah,
be?
they have the
We have-
strongest leader in the game.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
7.
was that guy?
Oh,
That guy
but
was
you've
7?
also got the stupid thing about drinking the waters and blah blah blah. We'll mention it when it comes up, I guess.
Yeah, I got 7, 6, and a 5. So
Right, so I have.
Aegon. Sorry, Mara.
At the start,
Do
I
not
kind of
play
forgot.
projectile defense.
What? Oh, you're using the voice. Don't play
Yep,
projectile.
Don't
defense,
play
you said.
projectile defense.
Okay.
Oof. Wait, is this against Holland or
No, this
No,
is the
Mara.
battle for.
no against Mara?
This is the battle that the Emperor paid for, actually.
Yes.
Right. I will say.
Shadow, I have some useful information.
I
you
don't
may
care
want.
about your useful information. It's too expensive.
It'll cost you 1 coin.
It's too expensive. No.
Acceptable.
Do
Look,
wanna
I
push
have
it?
3 spice. That's what
I
I've
only
got.
have 4 spice, my dude.
Yes, but you have easier ways of getting spice, so I don't care.
Fair.
What if I loan you 1 coin to pay him?
Yeah,
If
there you
anyone
go.
wants to loan me 1 coin to find out the information that you want to tell me, then I'm perfectly
Okay.
willing to accept this deal, because it doesn't do anything for me.
I think that's acceptable.
Aegon, give him 1 coin. Verbal contract accepted. Tell me what information you're going to give me.
This is something I'm gonna want. You just like that coin vanished into the table.
It's
There it is. It came out. Okay. This is something I want to tell you secretly though somehow.
just
Can't you
PM
just
me.
message him on Discord? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll just DM you. Okay.
I've also DM'd Mara on Discord, but he's offline, so he probably hasn't read it.
Oh no, I just wasn't looking.
Mara is always offline. Even when he's online, he's offline.
He may have done. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe he
this
just got told.
doesn't matter anymore now. I
No.
think we are
Yeah,
both
sorry.
still learning the game anyway, so.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
You know what? That's information I already had because he revealed that earlier in the game.
Well.
Aegon
Now
has
I got
paid.
a coin
Aegon has
for it.
paid you 1 coin for information I already had.
Shadow, you owe me 1 coin for that. didn't
No, I don't. That
No,
wasn't part of
doesn't
the
work
deal.
like that.
I said I loaned you a coin.
You didn't give me the coin. The coin went straight to Atreides.
No,
I was not involved in this transaction.
All right. Aegon has like 30 coins. I don't think the 1 spice is gonna hurt him.
Not at the moment. I'm ready to go if you are, Mara.
Sure. Flippy.
Have we had any comments in chat?
Couple.
A couple. Okay.
Okay,
So,
so-
first off, before
Yeah.
anything happens, I kill your leader. That's fine. Nothing happens.
I did offer to sell you.
You did, in fact, offer to sell me that, which is fine. That goes away.
I've been fantabulously lucky with this.
Yeah, fighting House Harkonnen is not good. You also, as a side benefit, and this is almost certainly a leader you're going to keep, get an option of any of my leaders who all have strength 5.
Yes.
we do at least now know
Do.
all but one of the
Right.
Harkonnen traitors.
True, he's running out of
I thought we
traitors to
only-
play on us.
No,
Don't we
you
only
don't.
know 2 of them? I thought.
You only know 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you played.
No, we know
Oh.
1. We know the Spacing Guild's 1 traitor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought Mara played both of those.
No.
Ouch. Also, 5 spice for you, Mara.
Yeah. So I take that. I keep him because we win. That goes back in my thing just in case. Is that everything resolved? Yep.
That
that's everything
is.
resolved.
We move to spice collection. So 1 spice for the guild, 2 spice for both Atreides and Harkonnen.
I get nothing.
You
This
get
is
nothing.
where-
I know it's terrible.
Yeah, but you'll be
Mentat,
fine when.
Mentat phase. None of the alliances have won yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, we move to turn 3. which I know Mara said he wants to do a quick break, so I'm happy to pause the stream here and we'll come back for turn 3.
Yeah, I mean, I need to go and cook food and whatnot, so half an hour would be ideal.
That's fine. We can go and discuss alliances and work some stuff out. So yeah, half
Yeah.
hour break then.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm just going to save the game here just to make sure of things.
That was shenanigans. Hang on. I want to tell Holland about one more thing. We'll discuss it. We'll discuss it privately, but
Oh, and I can't wait for you to betray Mara. It's going to be a very exciting.
I'm going to tell you that I have this just for future reference.
Let me just read that for a moment.
I will. Yeah, we can discuss it in Discord or something later, but I just want you to be aware I can do this.
Megan,
Oh
stop
my god,
spawning money.
stop.
Ah.
See you guys in 30.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do that again.
You're
Alright.
lagging my computer.
That is good to know.
Pausing.
Yes.